Group Policy in Windows Server is a powerful feature that allows administrators to manage and configure operating system settings, applications, and user settings across a network of computers. It is based on Active Directory and enables centralized control over user and computer behavior. Group policy can be applied to organizational units, sites, domains, or even at the local machine level. A group policy object, or GPO, is a collection of settings that can be applied to users or computers in a specific scope. A GPO can be linked to sites, domains, or organizational units. GPOs are made up of two main components: user configuration, which includes settings related to user preferences and environment, such as desktop settings, logon scripts, and security options, and computer configuration, which includes settings that apply to computers, such as security settings, software installation, and hardware settings. The Group Policy Management Console, or GPMC, is the primary tool for managing and troubleshooting GPOs. It provides a centralized interface for creating, editing, and linking GPOs to Active Directory objects like sites, domains, or organizational units. GPO inheritance determines how GPOs are applied in a hierarchical manner. If a GPO is linked to a parent domain, it will affect all child organizational units by default. GPOs can be blocked or overridden at different levels, allowing finer control over policy application. When multiple GPOs are applied to the same object, the last applied GPO takes precedence, which is determined by the order in which GPOs are linked to the object. GPOs applied at a higher level can be overridden by GPOs at a lower level. The processing order starts with local group policy, which is applied to individual computers before Active Directory GPOs. Next, GPOs linked at the site level are applied, followed by GPOs linked to the domain, and finally, GPOs linked to organizational units are applied last. To create and manage GPOs, first launch the Group Policy Management Console by opening Server Manager, then Tools, and selecting Group Policy Management. To create a GPO, click on the Group Policy Objects node and select New. Name the GPO and click OK. To edit a GPO, right-click the newly created GPO and select Edit, which opens the Group Policy Management Editor, where you can configure settings under Computer Configuration or User Configuration. Common group policy settings include security settings, such as password policies and account lockout policies. Software deployment, where administrators can use GPOs to deploy applications to computers. Desktop settings, which configure desktop wallpaper. Lock screen and start menu settings. User environment settings, to redirect user profiles or folders and configure login scripts. And administrative templates, which are a set of predefined settings that control system behavior. Troubleshooting group policy can be done using the resultant set of policy, or RSOP, which is a tool used to simulate or report the group policy settings applied to a user or computer. To run RSOP, open rsop.msc from the Run dialog. The Group Policy Results Wizard in GPMC can generate a report on what policies are being applied to a user or computer, including any conflicts or errors. You can use the command gpupdate force to force immediate policy update, and gpresult_r shows the resultant policy settings for user or computer. Event Viewer contains logs related to group policy processing, including errors and warnings about failed GPO application. Best practices for group policy include avoiding overuse of local GPOs, minimizing GPO links to ensure easier management, testing GPOs before full deployment, and using comments and descriptions for easier management. Group Policy in Windows Server is an essential tool for system administrators, providing centralized control over a network's configuration and security settings. Properly configuring and managing GPOs can streamline administration, enforce security standards, and ensure that the systems comply with organizational policies.